Welcome, those of you who have maybe been watching us on the air. We're now continuing our coverage of the severe weather that rolled through North Texas online. It did leave some damage behind, specifically in Arlington. I want to get out to Matt Howerton now. He's live at a burger box. Matt, can you tell us what you're seeing and what happened there?
Well, Chris, it's been pretty hectic right now. We just got out here about 30 to 45 minutes ago. All this damage, we can't tell if this damage is from a tornado, a lower level tornado, straight line winds, possibly a microburst, but this is the damage that we're seeing. This is probably the most visual piece of damage that we've seen thus far at a burger box off of Cooper Street in Arlington. This is basically the drive-through, and a couple of people that were working inside tell me that they were just going about their business, and then all of a sudden the building started shaking a bit. Debris was flying around everywhere outside, and the next thing they knew, a part of this wall collapsed and fell over on these two vehicles that are here in the drive-thru. We're told that a family was trapped, actually, in their vehicle at the time, and they needed help getting out, but they are okay. Minor injuries, no one is seriously hurt. If you turn around, we can maybe see a couple of other things. I don't want to go too far because there is a lot of movement and stuff happening here right now. Over in that direction, I'll have Alex turn around. There's a down stop sign. I mean, you can see it at its base. It's just bent straight over by those straight line winds or whatever pushed it down there, the strong winds, the storm that we just saw earlier this evening. And then to the right of it is a huge tree that's just been snapped at its base too, and it's fallen over as well. Let me read off some other things here that we just learned from Arlington PD. And like we said, they said they've only seen minor injuries from this. 600 Dudley Circle, the Mirage Apartments, they have damage. Garden Park Apartments, they have damage. The Water Dance Apartments, they have damage. And also Jesse's Auto Body Shop has damage as well. We're told by Arlington PD that Jesse's Auto Body Shop although it was damaged, nobody was there. So no one was working at it, obviously, when everything happened this evening. But everywhere else, people were obviously involved. It's good to know that people weren't hurt. But still, in the morning, there's going to be a lot to clean up here. And there's going to be a lot to be done. But like I said, this is probably the most visual part of the damage that we can see. And it's pretty rough here, at least, just to know that there was somebody just trying to get dinner with their family, and then all of a sudden this part of the building just fell right onto them and while they were in their car. But it's wild coming here. We noticed that there was really not a lot of damage elsewhere. It's mainly just this area and a few blocks that way. And like I said, those apartment complexes. Arlington PD kind of said the same thing. We just spoke with them how everything is pretty much just in this one spot, and that's about it. So everybody's here. I think we saw Atmos Energy come by. They turned off the gas. The owners for the burger box, they're still here trying to figure out what they're going to do next. We did see some of the owners of the vehicles pull up just to kind of understand, hey, this is where we start the insurance process. That's pretty much what we're seeing here in Arlington for now, though. Back to you in the studio.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, it makes sense when you talked about some of those apartments that were a little bit north of where you are, because we are hearing from the Arlington Fire Department that they've been responding to multiple locations with reports of collapsed buildings. And right now they're continuing to assess the damage of some of those buildings and helping out any of the people who may have been affected. Let's get back over to Pete now to give us some context about what we've seen happen here tonight, Pete.
Yeah, and Chris, I was just going through my notes here to look at the tornado warning that was issued just, it was around 9 o'clock tonight. I think it was issued like at 8:58 tonight. And it was issued, due to a thunderstorm that could have produced a tornado that was located near Grand Prairie. So, when that was issued at 8:59 tonight, we actually were on the air, and our concern was we saw some just the tiniest bit of rotation. And we saw the tiniest bit of rotation, and that was the reason that the tornado warning was issued. And obviously, as we take a look at the damage that we're seeing there tonight, Matt Howerton's shots and some other pictures and videos that I've seen on social media, it's pretty interesting how quickly it can happen. Again, there's no confirmation right now that it was a tornado, but we certainly know that that area right there on Collins and Arlington, we know that that's where the tornado concern was. So National Weather Service, and many times a tornado warning is issued, and one doesn't touch down, and then we have some straight line wind damage. It could be a microburst, which of course creates a straight line wind damage. But there's no confirmation if this was or wasn't a tornado tonight. But given the fact that there was a tornado warning in place and it was issued for that area initially, it would stand to reason that a tornado is certainly a possibility tonight. As you continue to look at these pictures here in Arlington, it is definitely not good, and I'm glad that there weren't any more serious injuries, that the injuries weren't any more serious than what we're reporting right now. So that's the latest from here. The severe weather threat has ended in North Texas. It has the thunderstorm line has moved away from Dallas County. It is gone. It's in East Texas right now. It's over around Grand Saline and Wills Point. We have some thunderstorms that's around Sulphur Springs, and even in Sulphur Springs, temps have dropped into the 50s, so it's really cooled off. So the thunderstorm threat has moved closer to Mount Pleasant and Tyler, and then to the south down around Mahia and down toward Palestine. It'll eventually arrive there in the next 30 minutes or so. But the severe weather threat has ended in North Texas tonight. It is now in East Texas. Clearing skies tonight and a cooler day tomorrow. Then lots of sunshine in the forecast as we head through the next couple of days. So Thanksgiving Day is going to be warm and breezy with a high temp that will top out in the low 70s, about 10 degrees above normal. And then more rain comes in on the day after Thanksgiving, Friday night, Saturday night, and rain will end on Sunday. Now, we did pick up about a half an inch of rain today at DFW as this line blasted through, about a half an inch of rain. That's the first measurable rain we've had for the entire month of November.